What is going on, everybody? It's your boy John, and welcome back to Gearbox. So today we've got the beautiful 2022 Mark V Supra, and I am here to explain to you the absolute worst feature of this car. Of course, just to start it off, this car is not the most practical vehicle in the world, and that's okay. I feel as though most people probably buy this car knowing that and understanding that practicality is not exactly high on the list when you are looking to purchase such a beautiful, performance-driven type of car. But this one really pissed me off. Now, to give you guys some sort of background here, if you are familiar with a video I posted, I don't know, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, I actually went ahead and upgraded the paddle shifters here in the car. So we upgraded to the Rec Speed red carbon fiber paddles. Obviously it adds a little more surface area there when shifting, because I do have an A90, not an A91, so it is the automatic ZF transmission. And you know, outside of just performance of the actual shifters, I wanted to be able to, you know, have a little bit more of a sporty look when it comes to the interior of this car. Now, not to go over that entire video, but just to give you guys a recap. Of course, you know, if you need any more context, pause this, go to the paddle shifter install video, and then come right back here. But when installing these paddle shifters, what we actually have to do is remove the airbag right here in order to get to the attach points of the actual shifters. Now, in order to do that, unless you are absolutely insane, you are going to want to disconnect the battery. Now, to show you guys that, let's go back here, do this, and we will open up the trunk, because yes, this car's battery is in the trunk. So if you pull this open, go here. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but the battery's right here. Specifically, the positive terminal is right there. So as I was doing this, I disconnected the battery. I took apart the airbag because, you know, that's what you have to do. The whole time I had the trunk open, I had the doors open because these are frameless windows, right? So if you try to close it, it's just gonna bang against this. It's not gonna go down, blah, blah, blah. In the midst of doing this install, guys, I broke one of the electrical connections, specifically the male connection of the upshift paddle, to then go into the, you know, OEM housing. Because what we do when installing these is obviously take the shifter off. You then have the brains behind the shifters that you have to swap from OEM over to Rec Speed. I broke part of the brains behind the shifter. Long story short, I had to keep this car with the battery disconnected, with the airbag out for over a week before I could get a replacement part to finish up the install. And if you kind of caught that in my video, good on you. I only installed one before I realized I had broken the other half of what we were trying to install. But anyway, fast forward to the day before I installed, you know, got the replacement part and whatever. I walked home, or I guess I got home from work, walked into the garage, and once again, this was propped up, and I think I closed it to like put mail or something here. I forget exactly what it was. But at that very moment, I knew I had f***ed up big time. And the reason being is, whole point of this video, the battery was disconnected. And in case you did not know this, the only way that this can open at any point in time is either this right here, or, as I showed y'all earlier, this button, this little latch release. There is no button here. There's no keyhole up under here. There is absolutely nothing to open this damn trunk. So what we had to resort to at that point is this. I forget what year these became standard, but let's call it 2004. Any car manufactured in 2004 or later is required to have an emergency pull tab release on the trunk in case you got kidnapped or whatever. Is anyone kidnapping anyone in here? Absolutely not, but not the point. We have the pull tab here, obviously at the very tail end of the hatch. And so I was kind of up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. And when I realized this and had the oh fuck moment, I'm like, all right, that's fine. I can go ahead and reach through here to then reach this pull tab and it'll be good as new, right? Wrong. So number one, okay, once again, battery's disconnected. We cannot move the seats, right? They're all electric. We can't tilt this forward and push it up and be able to reach back there. No bueno. We also don't have a whole lot of room because of this cross brace. I also had not removed this privacy thing, so I was trying to resort to reaching my hand all the way through there. And guess what, guys? I am 6'3". I'm a rather large individual, I guess you could say. I feel like you'd have to have a wingspan of about 7 feet to be able to get anywhere close to reaching that stupid pull tab. With that being said, then I had to put my MacGyver hat on and start figuring out what in the hell I am going to do to unlatch this trunk. I searched videos, I read forums, I read everything, and legitimately the only solution that people actually had was that, oh, I had my 4-year-old son or whatever crawl through that tiny ass space, go back there, reach this, and go for it, and that's it. There is no way to go over it. Now, what you might be asking yourself is, John, why didn't you jump the battery or put a battery pack on it? And that's a fair question, and I thought about that too, until I realized the positive terminal is completely disconnected, and guess what? As a reminder, it's right there, okay? There's no way around it. Yes, I know, on the Supra, in case you're wondering, if you open the hood, there is a positive terminal here, and then there is a negative terminal here once you open everything up, but it's still not a complete circuit. So as much as I thought about it and tried to be intelligent and kind of work around it, it did not work. So what we had to do, the way I like to explain it, is I had to create a damn near Sandlot type device to be able to shove my fat ass in here, reach back, ultimately attach this, which was in this position. You know, if it were hanging down, it'd be a much different story. But I had to pull it off and then get enough leverage on this damn handle to pull it down. Getting it, I guess, step one down, if that makes sense, to initially unlatch it was not difficult. Getting enough leverage to get the second click, so to speak, to really release everything was damn near impossible. To give you guys an idea, I tried, not limited to, a torque wrench, a spanning wrench, a 20-foot extendable light bulb changer, a 5-iron, a gardening tool. I tried everything, and some of the things that would have enough leverage weren't long enough. The things that were long enough didn't have enough leverage. They were bending and whatever, or I just couldn't get a good grasp on it. It was an absolute nightmare. Eventually, to be dead honest with y'all, eventually my neighbor, who's a big car guy, came over and said, John, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, Mike, I'm gonna sound stupid here, but here's the situation, yada, yada, yada. He came over and had some 90-degree socket thing, whatever, and between him reaching there and me guiding him, looking through the glass and I don't know, we were able to get it, and by God, the second that popped off, I put foam pads, jammed them into the trunk thing, and jammed them into the actual latch. I was like, this is not going to happen again. for the next 24 hours that I have until I replace everything and ultimately disconnect the battery. Is that a very long story? And does it make a whole lot of sense? Yes, and probably no. The point in me making this video is, dear God, why did Toyota, BMW, whatever, only give us 2 options to disconnect the trunk? And, you know, if it were 2 options and one was, you know, electronic and one was a failsafe, that's fine. But why are the only 2 options electronic, you know, if the battery fails or whatever? Why is there not a hidden key compartment right about here? Why is there not a button here? Why is there not, like, why doesn't this shit twist off and you can use the key to get in there? I don't know, but I do understand that most cars nowadays probably fall into that category as well. But the biggest problem is every hood latch is mechanical, more or less. I would assume 99% of hood latches are mechanical. So even if the battery fails, you can still access the hood, can still throw a jump pack on it, and you're good to go. With this, we kind of have double jeopardy because there's no physical connection back to the trunk and the battery's in the trunk. And so you're just damned if you do, damned if you don't, I guess. But anyway, Toyota, moving forward, please fix that. It's not hard. You don't have to make it an eyesore on the vehicle. Just go in there, put a physical key thing, because as everyone knows, these key fobs you can pull apart and you're good to go with the physical key. I don't know, it's probably not a super common issue necessarily, but it was a big enough issue for me to like bring me to tears damn near. So Toyota, if you're listening, take that as you wish. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for another episode of Gearbox. I know this one is a weird one, but by God, if you are a Supra owner or you are soon to be a Supra owner and you want to mod your car, please, please, please take this into consideration and do not make the same mistakes that I did, because I was in sheer panic mode for quite a while, and I'm hoping that this video can allow you to not end up in that same position. So guys, if you like this video, please give it a big fat thumbs up. If you have any questions on my situation or maybe suggestions on how to prevent this from happening in the future, drop them in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. And until next time, peace.